Yeah, man. Like you mentioned, the belts are tied up at 54. The belts tied up at 47, but you're now at 54. And I was just kind of thinking, like, man, I would still like to see you fight Charlo, but Charlo has this fight with Canelo. I gotta ask, because you were one of the bigger names at welterweights. Do you ever see yourself being able to get a fight with a Terence Crawford?
I think it's possible. I think it's possible, but it's more on my end. I got to go out there and look good in my next fight because we do got history. We fought twice in the amateur, so it's like we got history in the fight. I know him, he knows me, but it's more on my end. I definitely got the name, but when I'm fighting somebody, I want to win. I'm not just coming for a check, so I want to make sure that I'm ready for whatever. So I got to win this next fight, and when I win this next fight, then I'll be ready for whoever.
Mm. Uh, did you hear that he wants to go up and face Canelo, the winner of this fight, Canelo and Charlo at 68?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Kind of crazy, right?
No, I wouldn't say he's crazy because Canelo fought at 147 before.
Mm.
Remember, Canelo started his career at 147, then went up to 154 for a long time. So he's not he's a bigger, even he's the smaller guy in his weight classes when he fights. But a lot of people don't lose to Canelo, they lose to the event. So the big bright lights and the stage is set. Because when you fight Canelo, the stage is set for him. Like when I went, I saw J Balvin, I saw fireworks, you know. So you fight him, it's like you fighting in the Super Bowl. So it's like, but when you fight another fighter like you who don't care about that, it really don't affect him.
But the weight difference, though, no, like, doesn't that play like a big part, or is he, or is it that
No,
like
it
his
definitely,
talent is so
no, it
much that it can
definitely,
bridge the gap?
no, it definitely makes a big difference. It makes a big difference because you was just fighting at 147 to go all the way up to 168. So it is a big difference, but it has been done before. You got fighters like Duran who went from 135 to 160. You got a lot of fighters who've done that before. So he won't be the first fighter, who's trying to be great. But definitely, it's definitely gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be. I mean, but it makes sense. If you think about it, it really makes sense. It makes money. You're 35 years old. Canelo's 33. At this point in your career, you want the biggest money fights. And at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
Can he do it? Can he pull it off? Like, do you see him beating Canelo?
Um, I don't know. He definitely has the skills. He has the skills, but Canelo's has the skills too, and he's a stronger, bigger guy. So, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Only
That's
he knows.
well, he thinks he wins. He says, "Hey,
Yeah. Well, he thinks he wins that. I can't say another fighter can't win because I'm the type of fighter like I'm like I think like that. I feel
yeah."
like no matter what I do, no one can beat me.
Mhm.
So if he feels that he could go up and do it, then all power to him.
Yeah, he says he put out a tweet that says, "Hey, at the end of the day, skills win fights." And he's a lot quicker, and I think we've seen, like, historically, when it's like the quicker, more technical fighter moving up in weight against the bigger guy, they have a natural advantage over that bigger guy because they're so much faster than him.
Yeah, definitely. And that's how I felt at 154. So I feel like I'm gonna be the smaller guy, but I'm faster, and people underestimate my strength,
Mm.
how strong I am. So it's all about believing in yourself. That's all it's about. It's not really about weight because at the end of the day, a lot of fighters kind of walk around at the same weight and they squeeze themselves down. So it's however they feel.
Danny, I did have a fan question that someone threw out to me that I wanted to ask you, that I thought, like, hey, this is actually a good question. Given that you've accomplished so much already in your career, man, what's like the last thing that it's still kind of like itching for you to accomplish?
I want to be a three-division world champion. Like that's what I want to be. I want to be three-division because two is good, but three is a whole different. That's a whole different legacy. So I want to be a three-division world champion, and that's why I want this Lara fight because I feel like it makes the most sense for me right now. It's the fastest way for me to become 3 division.
If you accomplish that, then what? Have you thought of other goals,
I
or
gotta
is
sit
it
down and think about my next move.
or
Or if there even is a next move. But uh, you know, I would in a perfect world, I would love to win this fight with Laura and then probably fight one more time and then just think about what I want to do in my career.
oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're coming pretty close then.
I wouldn't say that I'm thinking about retirement, but I wanna be healthy when I leave. And I want to be a champion.
Hmm.
And I want to be 3 division. And that's like my dream. That's my goal.
Yeah, it's so hard for a lot of guys to leave on top, especially leave as like a world champion. You know, it's usually
Right.
like this sport is like you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Like, you know, like
Right.
you knock out the legend and then some young guy comes and knocks you out or beats you up. So it's very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to lead this game smart, wealthy, and great legacy and a great example for the young kids coming behind me.
Is there someone, and maybe they retired already, but what was there, or is there still someone that you think like, man, I wish I would have gotten in the ring with them, or like, man, there's still time. I need to get in the ring with this guy.
Not really. I always kind of stood in my own lane. Like I'm the type of fighter I never really worry about what's going on. I just want to whoever they put in front of me, that's what I gotta take care of.
Mm.
So there's not really no one that I wish I was in there with. Nah, maybe Pac-Man or Floyd. One of those that would have been like great because you know they're all-time greats. And you always want to like trying to test your skills against uh you know fighting like that. And I actually thought I thought I was gonna fight them before actually.
Yeah,
You know, there
Pacquiao,
was
you
like
guys were close, right? Because I remember your dad telling me about that years ago.
yeah, I think when he fought Thurman, my name was brought up and he didn't choose me. So yeah, it's pretty much that was it.
Yeah, he went to Ugas and we saw what happened there. But I think yeah, they were building up to the Spence fight
Yeah, no,
with
not
that.
the Ugas fight though. I wasn't in those talks. I was in the Thurman when he fought Thurman.
Mm.
I was in those talks.
Hey, you know, the Thurman fight was a good fight, but with you and Manny would have been a good fight also as well. And I think
For sure.
stylistically, you could have maybe given him some fits because of your counter punching and your timing with him lunging in and
Exactly. And
everything.
that's what I knew. I knew that he struggled with people like me, you know, who wait and counter and have good timing. That's why I love the fight so much for me. But it is what it is. You know, I'm still here.